Hey guys, how's it going? It's Hastio. So today we're going to be reviewing grips for your fight stick or arcade stick. Um, I was talking to somebody on Reddit and somebody mentioned they would like my take on the different types of grips for your arcade stick or fight stick. So we're going to go over it and really I looked at all the pros and I'm going to get this out of the way. There is no one right grip for everyone. There is probably a maybe default grip you can call it, and but there's a few variations of grips you can have on your fight stick here. So let's get into it. So let's get with quote unquote the default grip that most people tend to use, and that is I'm gonna name these grips just to make it easy. We'll call it the two finger grip. So the first we're gonna be looking at the two finger grip, and the two finger grip is really your index finger and your ring and your middle finger, right? And you're always going to use your thumb, right? So when I say two finger grip, three finger grip, and four finger grip, we're going to be talking about your fingers, including your thumb. So two finger grip. So really, it's simple as grabbing your index and your middle finger and putting it on your ball here, and really you're planting your hand down on the surface of the fight stick, and you're grabbing the ball just like that. And what you're doing is you're just basically doing motions with majority of your finger, maybe a little bit of wrist movement, but not too much. But uppercuts, whatever. So this is basically the quote unquote standard grip, right? So most people tend to use this type of grip when it comes to using a fight stick, right? So you have these again, these two, this. So this is what you want to do. You want to do this. Then we're going to be talking about the third grip, which I've been playing around with, which is a three finger grip, right? So middle finger, sorry, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, right? And this one here is that you're not necessarily grabbing all three and doing this. It's more of like a cupping motion, right? You want to cup the ball in your wrist or in this slot right here, right? You want to cup it, and you obviously have your thumb. So I was messing around with this grip, and I find that I'm switching between the two. I'm switching between the two finger and the three finger, right? And again, it's not I'm not using the tip of my fingers to do the motions. It's more of like I'm cupping it, right, like this, and I'm playing like this. So I've watched a few pros play, and some people use this grip. Some people they use this three finger cup grip, right? And this I didn't notice that people were using this grip until I just started playing with it and I started looking into grips and just looking at videos and whatnot. But this grip it feels nice when for quarter circle, half circle. This can be a little jerky, I find sometimes. So I've kind of adopted to this type of grip. So if you guys are having problems with this grip, try the three fingers and cupping the ball right over here, right, where you're just kind of like holding it here and using your thumb, and try this. This may work for you, may not, right? And then the last one I've seen, and Punko uses this grip, and he uses like all four fingers, and he basically cups the whole thing. Now, the only thing I could think of is like again, I'm average height. I have probably average size hands. I think Punko's pretty short, and so I think he has probably smaller hands. And when he cups the ball like this, now the ball's like really like in there, like he holds it like I've tried playing this and it's just not comfortable. Now I think grips all depend on your hand size. Really, I mean, if you're younger and you have smaller hands, thinner hands, whatever the case is, maybe the Punko grip would work, which is pretty much cupping, all four fingers, and you're cupping it, and you're playing like Punko does, right? But try it out. I think there's no one right grip because at the end of the day, everyone has different hand sizes and everyone has different techniques of how they play it, right? So you got your two finger grip, right, like this. You got your three finger grip. You could try three finger like this, and that may work for you. I've kind of adopted the cup where I'm cupping it over here. Right here, I've kind of adopted it into the cup, and I'm using this, and this seems to be working for me, and I tend to like this grip now. The forefinger, I can't get over that. That's too much for me. I think I have maybe a little bit too big of a hand to do that. Maybe if I had a bat top, where it's a bit taller, and then maybe that would work. What you don't want to do, and maybe we should discuss this first, what you don't want to do is you don't want to hold the joystick on top or doing any of this, right? You don't want the issues with this is that you don't have the bottom of your hand planted on this. So, and all these three grips that I've shown you, the 2-finger, the 3-finger, and the 4-finger, the bottom of the fleshy part of your hand over here is always sitting on the plexiglass here, right? So you always want to make sure your hand's planted and you're controlling it, right? You're controlling like this. Another thing too, this type of grip here with these 2 fingers and thumb is more of a finger movement based grip, where this grip here is more of a finger movement and a wrist. It's like a combination where you're using your wrist and a bit of your fingers to get things going. And then this is all wrist. This is all arm, wrist. And if you watch Punko play, that's pretty much how it is. So, try out the different grips, guys. There's, again, no one grip works for everyone. Try it out, play with what you like. And those are pretty much the 3 grips that I've pretty much researched and I've seen people use. And hopefully you guys can adopt it into your game and see which grip works for you. So if you liked the video, guys, definitely drop a like below if it helped you out. Any comments or suggestions or questions down below as well. I definitely read those. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that. That really helps me a lot. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.